promise I'll take real good care of it.
Drops it.
Drops it.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Good.
I'm cold.
That's nice.
Oh, well. Okay, thanks.
I've got something to warm you up.
Do you? Is it maybe hot cocoa?
It's not.
Oh, darn.
It's a...
Do I have to get the hot cocoa from Bernard?
Yeah.
See, I'm already making references. I'm really trying to remember this movie.
I think maybe you've spoiled it a little bit.
Oh, if they get it from Bernard, I'm going to be really impressed.
The movie we're going to be watching today is...
The Santa Claus.
Woohoo.
Bum, bum, bum.
Christina,
Yes, Maddie.
do you remember much about this movie?
I remember pieces.
Okay.
I haven't seen this in many years.
Me, neither. I actually couldn't tell you much other than the general plot.
Yeah. No, I think I remember the big points, but I don't remember the really small things that happen.
Yes, I concur. So we're going into this mostly not really knowing what we're about to watch.
Oh, I'd say we know it. We just don't remember that we know it. I feel like as soon as we start getting into it, we're like, oh, right. Yeah. And we will remember it as we go through.
Yeah, we might get little remember this, remember that kind of triggers in our brain.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much I'm going to get with this, to be honest. Would you be able to refresh our memories a little bit with what this movie is about?
I just might be able to do that.
Thank you.
So I pulled up the Ye Olde Faithful of IMDb here.
Oh, come ye all faithful.
Christmas puns.
Yeah.
And according to IMDb, this is the plot synopsis. When a man inadvertently makes Santa fall off his roof on Christmas Eve, he finds himself magically recruited to take his place.
Actually, a hilarious concept because they just were like, the word Claus is spelled differently than Santa Claus, but what if we made it Claus, in the law? And that's the entire point of this. They're like, we got the title, now we just need a story.
Well, it's interesting how they kind of had that simple idea and built the story around it, and then it was successful enough to go on to a trilogy, and then now they're doing a remake.
Yes. Is there anything you have any thoughts about before we start?
No, I think we're ready to get in with all the glitter. I'm just remembering the elves and that they have glitter on their face.
I don't remember anything. You're going to get a pretty...
Genuine reaction.
Yeah.
Remember. I feel like you're going to remember things partway through.
I don't know if I will.
Okay. Oh, the 90s. Look at that shaky cam.
Oh, they even changed the font so
Font
it's not too
change.
corporate.
Well, we are in a corporation
Yes,
right now.
but not too corporate.
Office Christmas party.
This has been our best year ever, thanks to Do It All For You, Dolly.
Oh, God.
I feel that's creepy.
I don't like it.
I feel like the boss always says that this year's been a great year, even if
year,
it's been garbage.
It's the best year we've ever had. I don't know how we'll top it, but we will next year.
But I'll say the same speech next year.
Come on.
This is a toy company or
Toys, I would hope.
ice sculptures. Creepy ice sculpture dolls.
Yeah.
Annabelle? Just kidding. It's a horror film now, guys.
Annabelle.
This is the Polar Express.
This is where it all starts from.
Just cue Woody and Buzz. Someone get on that, merge them.
Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, we got a crossover for you.
Oh, I remember those lanterns.
I thought you were going to say, I remember fighting as a kid. Or knocking each other over.
90s Christmas decor. Everyone had those red candles that you plugged in.
Yeah, it's a specific type of plastic.
Wow, one light switch turns on all those lights. How magical.
Every single light in the house is
And
on.
even the lamps. Smart technology in the 90s, guys.
One switch.
Alexa, turn on my lights.
Turn on my whole house.
Because some big kid told him there was no such thing as Santa.
We don't need to get into this, but what are your thoughts about telling kids about Santa?
I mean, as a child who was not told for quite a while, I feel like it has different effects on children. Some people like if you do not tell your child, they, I feel like, have more of a creative imagination. Like my parents played Santa all the way up until like I was almost out of elementary school.
Yeah.
Did you find it was difficult in school, like when you had kids your age that were telling you that Santa is not real, and then you would kind of like, did you ever get into arguments like, no, Santa's real, and then it kind of like you would go home and be like, so this kid at school said Santa's not real, like what's the deal?
I did not. I actually read about it in a book that he was not real when I was younger, and I read it and I was like, oh, that makes sense. So like I never really had like a we have to sit you down and tell you something. You know?
Yeah. I was definitely one of those that was like, mermaids are real, unicorns are real, magic's real. That's why I tend to go to the more fantasy route because I love the creativity of it.
Whereas I was like, this makes sense. So I went more realistic, I guess.
I love that he cooked dinner the way I cook dinner.
Perfectly done.
Takeout. Oh, Denny's. Solid. Steven would order 3 breakfasts.
Do we have a Denny's here?
Yeah.
I don't think I've been.
Oh my God, don't say that to Steven because he'll take you like tomorrow for breakfast. He'll get us up early.
Are we doing a Denny's run?
Burn a turkey?
Yeah, we came right after the hospital.
I appreciate a sight gag like that. That was nice. It was just something quick.
All chocolate milk, please.
We're out.
What? How are you out of chocolate milk at Denny's?
That's so sad.
That's it. I'm walking out.
I feel bad for the kid.
Kid can't catch a break.
Yeah.
I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter.
I wonder if my parents got the idea from here.
To read books to you?
No. So ever since I can remember, my parents always sat my sister and I down at every Christmas Eve. And my dad would read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Yeah.
For Christmas, I think it was like 2 years ago, my parents gifted us the book, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. My sister and I each got our own copy with a little inscription saying for you guys to read to your children to kind of pass on that tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's Santa.
Not now, Charlie.
He's wearing a t-shirt and shorts to bed.
If you're living anywhere where there is snow on the ground, no matter how warm your house, you're not wearing shorts. You're wearing pajama pants.
Oh my God, he went out in his
Oh my goodness, not realistic.
That's not realistic in the slightest. That he went out in his shorts. So much drama. There's a lot of drama happening.
Are you telling me Santa's never gotten scared before of
and
somebody
fallen
coming
off
outside?
a roof? You're telling me he doesn't have cleats in his boots or something to grip the roof?
Like, I know the clause is in place, but how many times has this happened?
How many Santas have we gone through?
Yes. Is the idea that the Santa just evaporated?
Or is it made of like snowflakes?
Just like logistic wise, was this Santa just a regular dude? And then once you become the Santa, you dissolve afterwards?
Like water?
Or does he go back to being a regular dude?
We're getting the Disney Channel now.
Whoa!
Whoa!
They called themselves out.
Disney Channel?
They didn't even have to pay extra for that.
Name drop.
There's no reindeer
Prime
claws.
animation.
You can't have them fall off the roof.
Down the chimney.
How is he not cold? He's still wearing his pajama shorts.
See, it was all a ploy just to get him to put on the Santa suit.
Just put some pants on, bro.
They've been playing us since the start.
Mary Poppins, is that you?
They're all part of the same club, you know?
True.
They hang out on weekends. Oh, whoa. Distortion on that chimney.
Didn't you notice there's no chimney? Where there's no chimney, there's no fireplace.
Yeah, what do you tell kids if they don't have a home with a fireplace?
Santa always finds a way.
Oh. Well, that answers my
there we go.
question.
That answers your question. Pure magic.
Come you don't have a beard.
Because I shaved.
Oh my God. No, don't take it. It's haunted.
Christina's having flashbacks.
The Annabelle doll, guys. Not a green screen, totally real.
No, all real. Same with this, all real. Is that supposed to be the moon?
It's supposed to be the Earth.
Are they on the moon? That's why we can't find Santa's workshop.
That's why we can't find it, because it's on the moon.
It's above the North Pole.
It's above.
You gotta go up.
You go to the North Pole, and then you gotta take your spaceship up. So
Yeah,
unless you
your
got
spaceship.
the shuttle, you're not getting it.
Wow.
I expect that if I ever spend the $60,000 that it costs to go to the North Pole,
Yes.
I expect the pole to rise from the ground.
I would hope
and
it's a
elves to be there.
little more interesting than this North Pole with a calculator attached to it.
You're all the grown-ups.
No one's surprised by the new Santa at all. They're
Yeah,
like, this
why
is
aren't-
totally normal.
Why aren't they all like, hey,
Who's this guy?
so did the
what are
Santa
your
Claus
qualifications?
kick in or what?
The break is over. Back to work, thanks.
What a tight ship we're running.
The one day of the year they should be able to take a break is after all the gifts have been delivered.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, kid, you gotta hold this really still because we're trying to do some like visual effects on it. Do not move.
I promise I'll take real good care of it.
Drops it.
Drops it.
Follow me, you want to get out of those clothes.
You've met him for 5 minutes. You're trying to get him out of his clothes.
Yeah.
Take him to dinner first.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, he did offer him a drink first. So
Yeah, that is true.
So when you put on the suit, you fell subject to the Santa Claus.
What if he didn't put on the suit? Would Santa just no longer exist?
What if I don't buy into this Santa Claus thing? What if I choose not to believe it?
Have they never had any other person ask these questions?
maybe they're just like all too eager to be like, yes, I want out of my old life.
Who knows how long that last Santa's been Santa for?
You wouldn't want to be responsible for killing the spirit of Christmas, now would you?
Killing Christmas?
You're acting like a crank. Christmas with the cranks, eh? Thanks for picking up on that.
Is that a polar bear directing traffic down there?
They just make you hear it. They
Super
don't
casual.
show it.
They can't show me a polar bear directing traffic. Oh my god, plot twist is actually Frosty. Was it one of those like he falls asleep here and then wakes up in his bed back home?
I don't remember anything about this.
You still don't remember anything?
I remember him, like Santa falling off the roof. I remember like Bernard. And that's kind of it.
Did you just fall asleep the rest of the movie?
I was probably like 4 years old when I watched this.
If that's how you feel, Charlie, that's how he feels, Neil.
Oh, I guess there's an astronaut too. What are these kids? Like
What is this, school?
You mean when I grow up, if I want to be Santa Claus, all I gotta do is push you off a roof?
He's asking the right questions. This is what I want to know.
Charlie, hold on a second. We got to talk about the Santa Claus thing.
I wasn't expecting so much of this movie to be this part where they're just trying to talk the kid out
like
of
the
it.
leading up to.
Yeah. Like this is a good chunk of the movie here.
It turns into like a really big deal. Same, that's my morning routine. Just screams in the mirror.
Now, remember, this is just a storyboard.
Is that how you start all your presentations? Remember, this is just a rough draft.
Don't get your hopes up.
Don't be mean about it.
This year, Santa's not going out in a sleigh. This time, he's going total tank.
Why?
I don't like it.
Why does he need a tank?
Are they trying to sell the toy tanks?
Oh.
I don't. Why are you on your own, little child?
Why are you sitting on his lap in public?
It's not even like winter yet.
This is a red flag.
Come on, come on. What am I supposed to do with all these packages, guys? Come on.
So the elves use like an express delivery service and not like magic.
Oh my god, could you imagine how much that house would cost nowadays?
Don't even speak it into existence.
I can't.
It's
way too
so
expensive.
sad.
Boy, I really wanted a mystery date game.
She's going into this like big flashback moment talking about this
The camera's panning onto her.
mystery day game.
As of today, all of your visitation rights are suspended.
So we're watching this joyful holiday comedy.
That just turned really sad.
Put you right in this good spirits.
I feel like the other two are definitely more like upbeat than this.
Remember!
Oh yes, my remembrall.
No more.
Repurposed.
Smile.
That was the strangest smile. Well then.
Dance sequence.
Just add a little fun into your movie.
DC 10 alert and air freshener.
Air freshener.
They're in the air.
think the milk's a little sour.
It's soy milk.
Soy milk in the 90s?
In the 90s? That must have been very expensive.
Yes.
Look, there's Mom.
We're soaring, flying.
Why are they dragging him like that?
Just pick him up and carry him.
Yeah. Whoa.
They can fly!
Wow, look at these tricks.
Magic!
What was that? Just like a piece of string?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Tinsel.
There we go. Every time I have questions, this movie answers them.
It's very rewarding.
I can give it that.
I think I'm going to go into the family business.
And do what?
Make toys.
No, like murder your dad? Like, what is...
I'm going to be Santa Claus.
I'm kind of curious what the mystery dating game is.
You're going to have to look it up now.
How to play.
I need to play this game now?
Mom, stupid ball's not working.
Oh my goodness, Charlie, have some patience. You just saw the man and you know how busy he is. How many delays are we going to have? Who's not getting presents because of this? Charlie, you're being selfish.
All of Cleveland. No
All
presents.
of Cleveland now doesn't have presents because of you.
And there's your
That's it.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
The Claus o' Santa.
So did you remember anything?
No, I didn't realize so much of it was like not about like him being Santa, really.
Yeah.
It was more about how he was dealing with his family,
Yeah.
which I guess leads more into like why it's called the Santa Claus. But no, I didn't really remember anything other than like the Christmas parts.
The other two, like the second and third one, have more to do. Like it's very much Christmas.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like that whole year cycle.
Yeah.
It's very much like this is Christmas, this is leading up to Christmas. Most of it, you're surrounded with the snow and with the elves, and
Yeah.
it's more like that.
Because like we're kind of saying, like it's so much about its concept in this movie
Yeah.
that it leans more into that aspect of it than like the fact that he's Santa.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah.
doesn't really play into it as much. It's more just like, what would you do if you were in this situation?
Yeah, it seems like there was just like a lot to kind of like unpack and put together.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like that's bad either. Like it clearly had a vision of what this movie was trying to be. And it does execute that well.
Yeah.
And like we were saying too, a lot of the times I had questions, they did answer them. It's almost in of itself like a snarky movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, we'll do this in a way that like doesn't really make sense, but we'll talk about it not making sense. And
Like they're very much okay with it not making sense.
yeah, but building more on the concept than making it be this like cheery holiday movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not really.
I think they do it in a very realistic way. It's not like your standard Hallmark movie where it's all airy-fairy and fairy tale romance. It's very much like, I burnt the turkey. I'm going to Denny's for dinner.
But that's the thing. It's like if you're a kid watching this, you gravitate towards the parts that are more on the North Pole side of things. And then the middle of this movie is like,
I think this was definitely more for like an older audience, not for
like family movie.
Yeah, like I would still say it kind of borders that line. Like it is a family movie, but it's definitely not for, you know, little children being like, I want to watch a Christmas movie.
Well, I think that also speaks to both of us not really watching this movie much.
Yeah. Like it's definitely like we said, it's one we've seen.
Yeah.
So you can say we saw it when we were little, but it's not one that, you know, is a family favorite that you would watch every single Christmas season.
And neither of us were like, put on the Santa Claus, we gotta watch it.
Yeah, I think like definitely like the second one and the third one are probably ones that if people are gonna watch anything of the Santa Claus franchise, they're gonna watch one of those two versus this one.
Yeah,
unless you're doing a marathon, then
I
you
don't
kind of
know.
have to start it with this one. But for the
like
most part,
I appreciate that this film has an identity and it's doing what it sets out to do.
Yeah.
So I can't really knock it for that.
I did like that they used the same kid for the whole franchise.
Oh, they do?
Oh yeah, he kind of grows up with it, which is quite interesting. I think by the third one, he's in high school. So it's really interesting to see how the kid grew up knowing his dad was Santa Claus and him have to be in high school and deal with that.
Yeah.
Kind of becomes a bit of a delinquent, which is really interesting.
These are more like family dramas than happy-go-lucky kids
Then
movies.
you're like standard kids Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to deal with real problems around Christmas.
Yeah, I guess. Who would have guessed the Santa Claus?
Right?
Thank you so much for watching with us.
It's been a blast and a half.
Had a really good time.
As always.
You could like this video.
Or subscribe, even better.
If you want to see something for us to watch in the future, like a movie or TV show, please let us know in the comments.
And we'll get on that right away for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Woohoo!